Hello friends! So in this video we are going to make cornhole boards. We are missing being able to be out in the garden and playing our games, so we decided why not just make some for ourselves that include the American flag on one and the Union Jack on the other. So come along with us while we shop at B&Q and put some boards together. So in the description box, I will have all of the measurements that you're going to need to build your own cornhole boards. So enjoy watching us create these. I will do a voiceover and you will see us here momentarily. We had to load up our estate car and make do since we don't have a truck. Thank goodness we have this car. So here we are making our first measurements on our 4 pieces of timber, 122 centimeters or 4 feet if you're watching in the United States, on our timber that is 38 by 89 millimeters or 2 by 4 in the United States. So I highly recommend measure twice, cut once. Here we are working with 12 millimeter thick plywood. The dimensions are 610 millimeters by 1220 millimeters. We've got 2 of these, and right now we're measuring out for the hole that's going to be in the middle of it. B&Q had the perfect measurements on these plywood, so we didn't have to make any cuts, which was really nice. Chris is right now measuring out 152 millimeter or 6-inch diameter hole. Here it is again, another friendly reminder, measure twice, cut once. Here we are starting to make the first hole on the first board for the bean bag. Woohoo, we're making progress. Here we are completing the first one. Now on to the second. I cannot stress it enough. Always check your measurements before making your cuts. I'm very thankful that Chris and I work well as a team because we're gonna need it when we get back to the farm. We really appreciate all of our continued support. If you find this video enjoyable, please like and subscribe. And the second hole is finished as well. Woohoo! Here we are going to start assembling the sides. So while we were putting them together, we got a delivery of our bean bags for the cornhole, which is super exciting. Amazon comes through in a clutch, and they are tournament and really great quality, so highly recommend. I will leave a link below in the description so you can find these exact tournament bean bags for your cornhole boards. This is not a sponsored ad, it's just we like the quality. Nice. Oh, these are nice bags. We just gotta make sure that when we do this top, we don't make it to where these won't stick. You know what I mean? Because if we do too much of a clear coat on it, it's gonna make it
slide too much to the passport.
Yeah.
Well, we can just do the paint first and see how that is, and then we can clear after.
Here I am picking up the bean bags so we can start assembling the sides of the board. Here we are securing the 122 centimeter or 4 foot sides to each of the longer sides. We added 3 screws to each side to ensure that they were secure. So here we are measuring the other ends, and that is going to be 52.7 centimeters or 20 3/4 inches. Here we are starting to secure the other 2 ends. We secured them with 2 screws on each side. I love seeing the cornhole boards taking shape here. At this point, the wind was taking my hair and doing whatever it wanted with it. Here we are finishing up the first one, just needing to add the legs and the paint. And as we were grabbing the second one here, we were getting it all set up, and this first one fell behind me and scared the bejesus out of me. Here we are repeating the process on the second one with the 3 screws on top of the 122 centimeter or 4-foot sides. The wind was really in full force today. This was a really fun project for Chris and I. It allowed us to talk about all of the things that we want to fix up or what we want to do to improve our home in Michigan. Here we are repeating the process on the 2 smaller ends, 52.7 centimeters or 20 3/4 inches. So what you do is you measure it out and cut once. The second one is coming along nicely as well. At this point, Chris asked if I wanted to take over, and I told him I said he was doing quite a lovely job, so I wanted him to continue. I know I am fully capable of doing it, but I don't know what it is. Watching Chris put something together just makes me fall more and more in love with him. So right now we're just completing the same steps that we did on the first one. So putting the 2 screws in the smaller sides that are 52.7 centimeters or 20 3/4 inches. And here's where we talked about just adding another screw in the top to secure those 2 ends.
Nine and a half, and then probably 9 to give us that angle. Does that sound right? We can go more if we have to.
So where is it supposed to be? Where is it supposed to be? How high is it supposed to be?
10 inches.
Regulation height in the back for the cornhole boards is 10 inches or 254 millimeters. With the plywood being a 1/2 inch, we cut one side of the leg at 9 inches or 228.6 millimeters, and the other angled it down at 9.5 or 241.3 millimeters. So here you see Chris and I making sure everything lines up correctly. So what you're looking for is that the top of the cornhole board to the ground is 10 inches or 254 millimeters. And so because everything lined up perfectly, Chris and I just used those legs as a template to make our other 2 legs for our next cornhole board. Here's where we are adding the stationary legs. You can choose to add, legs that fold in. Right now we're just doing the stationary legs. We have added 2 screws to each side to make sure that those legs are good. That worked perfectly, as you can see, and now we are going to start on the second one. So unfortunately, with all of the wind we are getting, we have decided to put off painting the flags on both of them so we can make sure that they are perfect. We're going to still enjoy the cornhole boards as is until we are able to paint them. I will share them on my Facebook page, Instagram, and our community post on YouTube. Here's how 2 people play cornhole. Chris and I are demonstrating that you alternate turns, one person throw, then the next person throw their beanbag. And so casual distance from board to board is 24 feet or 7.315 meters, or tournament style is 27 feet or 8.23 meters. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Bye. Thanks.